Om Shri Sai Nathaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Satcharita. Chapter 1. It was sometime after 1910 that I went one fine morning to the masjid in Shri to have darshan of Sai Baba. I was wonderstruck to see the following phenomena. After washing his mouth and face, Sai Baba began to make preparations for grinding wheat. He spread a sack on the floor and thereon set a hand mill. He took some quantity of wheat in a winnowing fan and then, drawing up the sleeves of his kafni and taking hold of the peg of the hand mill, started grinding the wheat by putting a few handfuls of wheat in the upper opening of the mill and rotating it. I thought, what business Baba had with grinding of wheat? When he possessed nothing and stored nothing, and as he lived on alms, some people who had came there, they were also wondering, but none had the courage to ask Baba what he was doing. Immediately, this news of Baba grinding wheat spread into the village, and at once men and women ran to the masjid and flocked there to see Baba's act. Four bold women from the crowd forced their way up and pushing Baba aside forcibly took the peg or handle into their hands and singing Baba's Leela started grinding. At first Baba was enraged, but on seeing the woman's love and devotion, he was much pleased and began to smile. While they were grinding, they began to think that Baba had no house, no property, no children, none to look after, and he lived on alms. Therefore, he did not require any wheat flour for making bread or roti. What will he do with this large quantity of flour? Perhaps Baba is very kind. He will distribute the flour among us. Thinking in this way, and while singing, they finished the grinding, and after putting the hand mill aside, they divided the flour into four portions and began to remove them by taking one portion per head. Baba till now was calm and quiet, got wild and started abusing them, saying, Ladies, have you gone mad? Whose father's property are you looting away? Have I borrowed any wheat from you? Hmm? So that you can safely take the flour? Now, do this. Take the flour and throw it on the village borders. Go. On hearing this, the women felt abashed and whispering among themselves, went to the outskirts of the village and spread the flour as directed by Baba. Hemant Pant has asked the Shirdi people, what was this that Baba did? They replied that as cholera epidemic was spreading in the village, this was Baba's remedy for the same. It was not wheat what was ground, but cholera itself was ground into pieces and pushed out of the village. From this time onward, the cholera epidemic subsided and the people of the village were happy. I was much pleased to know all this. But at the same time, my curiosity was also aroused. I began to ask myself what earthly connection was there between wheat flour and cholera? What was the causal relation between the two and how to reconcile them? The incident seems to be inexplicable. I should write something on this and sing to my heart's contents Baba's sweet Leelas. Thinking in the way about this Leela, my heart was filled with joy and I was thus inspired to write Baba's Leela, the Sai Satcharita, life and teachings of Shri Sai Baba. And as we know, with Baba's grace and blessings, this work was successfully accomplished. Philosophical significance of grinding. Apart from the meaning which the people of Shri put on this incident of grinding wheat, there is, we think, a philosophical significance too. Baba lived in Shirdi about 60 years. During this long period, he did the business of grinding almost every day. However, not wheat alone, but the sins and the mental and physical afflictions and the miseries of innumerable devotees was grind. The two stones of this mill consisted of karma and bhakti. The former being the lower one and the latter the upper one. The handle with which Baba worked the mill consisted of dhyan. It was a firm conviction of Baba that knowledge or self realization is not possible unless there is a prior act of grinding of all our impulses, desires, sins, and of three gunas raja, tama, sattva, ahankar, which is so subtle and therefore so difficult to get rid of. This reminds us of a similar story of Kabir, who, seeing a woman grinding corn, said to his guru, Nipatti Naranjan, I am weeping because I feel the agony of being crushed under this wheel of worldly existence. Like the corn in the handmill, Nipatti Nanjan, Nipatti Niranjan replied, do not be afraid. Hold fast to the handle of knowledge of this mill, as I do, and do not wander far away from the same, but turn inward to the center, and you are sure to be saved. Om.